fried noodle eater on to today. It's Monday. How y'all doing today, man? I know I look rough. I don't want to hear y'all mouth, man. Y'all be here every day. Y'all know how the struggle is. I took my hair down and stuff, and I usually get my sugar mama to do something to it, but I had service this weekend. And let me tell y'all about service, because I heard a lot of rumors about TMC service. They pull out a white glove inspection and stuff like that. And I was kind of nervous. I'm gonna give y'all a little walk around in my truck real fast. Y'all know I'm not by any means a neat freak, but I do keep my truck fairly clean, okay? Let me give my trainee some water. He done worked hard today. But yeah, I keep the truck fairly clean, so I didn't know what to expect. I tell you what does help though, one of these bad boys. Microfiber cloth is what I was about to say. Microfiber towels, they help pick up any type of dust in the truck for wiping off your dash and all that good stuff. Always, I got a whole cabinet of these. I'm not sure why I did go in excess and buy. But let me turn on the lights and actually show you guys around. So as y'all can see, man, like everything, anytime I'm at like a consignee or a shipper or something like that, I usually try to keep everything dusted down, steering wheel and things like that. Right here, there would be like a lot of stuff always kind of getting packed up there. So as we see inside, a lot of people like to keep carpet underneath the floor mats, just simply because the floor mats kind of slide around. I mean, luckily I don't have anybody on my passenger side. I actually lost, well, I didn't lose. I got a truck wash this morning, and everybody usually takes the truck mats, the floor mats out and put them on the catwalk so they can spray them off and clean them. And I actually rolled down the road about 5 miles. Luckily, the passenger side was still on there, but I lost my driver's side. So I ordered one on Amazon, 130 bucks for new Peterbilt floor mats. So do not forget your floor mats. It's a common mistake though. Anyway, I did have a mat here, but I decided to take it out because usually after I leave the driver's seat, I take off my shoes anyway, and I have some old floppity flops. Oh, that's the light that come on. I have some old floppy flops right here that I use for basically behind the driver's seat area, and I actually got that from my trainer. So, I mean, as you can see, like I said, I keep everything wiped down fairly good. Make the bed, dust off anything that, keep your appliances clean, keep it smelling nice. So I don't see how people have issues. Not passing the inspections. They got done with my inspection, with my service. I was out there walking with Jax, and one of the guys finally was like, "Hey, your truck is done." So I go up to the service window, and I was told my truck is done. Like, what do I need? I'm thinking that they was gonna find something, and the guy was like, "Your truck number is yada yada yada." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you have any discrepancies or something, issues that need to be cleaned?" I was like, "I don't know. Nobody told me anything." And so he pulled up my truck number. He's like, "Oh no, man, you good to go. Everything was clean. We changed out, blase, blase, blase." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I think if you keep your, oh man, you ate up all the rest of that food, huh? I think if you keep your truck clean, like on a day-to-day basis, you won't have a real issue. Like, since I got Jax in the truck, I actually have a handheld vacuum cleaner. So like I said, when I'm on my stops and fueling usually daily I vacuum out my truck, so I don't have much debris and things like that underneath the seats and underneath the floor mats and things like that. So yeah, keep your truck clean and you won't have an issue when you go to inspection. And this is just my first inspection. It could be something completely different if I go to a different area, you know. Since I live down in Atlanta, I did service in Gaston or Columbia, whatever you want to call it. So that's the inspection. Right now it's Monday. I was supposed to park up and go to Maryland, and I couldn't though. So with that being said, my inspection was for Saturday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Saturday, 6 o'clock in the morning, they didn't get to my truck. I don't know, when we left for the hotel at night, they give you a hotel if you're there after 7:30 or something, if your truck isn't finished. So by the time that we left to go to the hotel at 7:30, my truck still wasn't pulled into the bay. By the time we returned at 7:30, my truck was in the bay and they were working on it. And I didn't receive the okay that my truck was done until a little bit before 7 p.m. And I had 500 miles to drive, so I wasn't going to be able to park up nor meet the appointment time of 7:30. So I had to call the weekend night dispatch and get them to swap my load with somebody. Luckily, there was a trainer and trainee that literally would park right next to me, so it all worked out perfectly. They were able to get to hit the road and drop off that load, and I took their load. That's it. I do want to show you guys one thing that my trainer showed me that became vital, and Noodle Wife, she actually got me one. So obviously we know that trucking, you won't always be able to get a shower, or you know, you might not be able to get a good parking spot. Right now I'm at a rest stop. I like rest stops because there's, for the most part, always space. So underneath my bunk, here we go, I have this 2.5 gallon water jug. I filled this up maybe 2 weeks ago, and I usually use it to wash my hands after I get done with a load, or you know, if I do a load or a load check and I'm about to eat something, I can come out here and wash my hands. I actually got some soap in the door, some hand soap, but you know, it just sucks because, you know, it's the end of the day. I probably end up stopping to get a shower in the morning, but sorry, we're all adults here, so don't be weirded out. You know, if you want to sit here, get you, I'm not gonna say a wash up, but freshen up a little bit before you get into bed. I don't like going to sleep dirty. You know, turn on water. Boom. Good to go. I gotta dry my face off with a dirty shirt because I didn't bring a towel. But you get the gist of what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's nice and dirty and salty. Now, boom! We are done freshening it up. I think that's everything I wanted to chop it up with you guys with. So, actually I lied. This weekend, when I go home, depending on what I have on my trailer, I am going to do a video on how to fold your tarps. Now, this trucking, I notice everybody folds straps differently, or roll straps differently, folds tarp differently, but I'm going to show you the way my trainer showed me. That seems to be most effective. You're going to be able to fit 2 lumber tarps into your headache rack, or however you want to do it. And you usually, sorry man, I got something in my hair and it's just bugging me. So usually if you roll it, it'll give you about 2 to 3 inches from the top of the rack I can tell you, if you're like me and you started this company, I had an issue with getting them small enough to get the 2 tarps in the headache rack. So I'll just show you guys a little tip slash trick that my trainer showed me to roll it. And if I have lumber tarps on my load, I'll do the steel tarps, and if I have steel tarps on the load, I'll do the lumber tarps. And whichever one I don't do this weekend, I'll do next weekend. If you guys like the music that's playing, check out Chilled Cow on YouTube. I usually like jamming out to this. I don't know, man, it's just like really cool vibe. So I'll put the link in the description of this video to their channel. Anyway, one last thing. I know I said one last thing ago. I think when I do my trucking videos, I'm gonna use the name Poppy and the Pete. I stole that from my brother, and I know he's all, when he watches this video, he's gonna be like, that's my name. But you know, you snooze, you lose. You didn't copyright it. Poppy and the Pete.